Countdown to kickoff time
is nice.
We bring in Maurice Drummond of KTVI in St. Louis. Maurice, how are you today?
Rick, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about the Rams for a little bit. 26 in points per game, 26 in yards per game last year, yet they clearly have a golden boy in Sam Bradford. Do people see a breakout season coming in 2011, or give him a few more years?
Well, I tell you, I think you really have to look at the fact that before he got here, this was really a place where you needed to have a face of the franchise. And obviously you're talking about a city that's dominated by the Cardinals, and there's, their identity is clearly set. But with the Rams, the quarterback play was so bad, Rick. You had Mark Bolger, who had been beat up. You had Kyle Bowler. They really hit the lottery when they got Sam Bradford. The guy is really everything that you want and more. He's really, I know he hasn't put everything together yet in terms of a body of work, in terms of a career, but everything that you see and hear from this guy every day, he really is really like a young Peyton Manning in the way he's really smart, the way he gets respect to that locker room the minute he walked through the door. And yes, they're really looking for a big year from him, and I think a big reason why is because they brought in Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator, former head coach of the Denver Broncos, and also the mastermind behind those great offenses in New England. Josh McDaniels is really going to give him some tools to work with.
So it sounds like you guys are very high on Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that this is a guy who, say what you want about him. He failed as a head coach in Denver. But if you go and look at those stats, that was an offense that really put points on the board. And he put Brandon Lloyd in the Pro Bowl. And, this Rams offense really needs some help. There are no burners on this team, Rick. I mean, you've got guys like Brandon Gibson and Danny Amendola, guys who were basically brought off the practice squads in Philadelphia, and they're really hoping to find lightning in a bottle. They got Mike Sims-Walker as a free agent out of Jacksonville, big target. But Josh McDaniels is a guy who really knows how to game plan. He has a very aggressive attack, and we saw a lot of dinking and dunking last year. I mean, it really did. They wanted to protect Sam by not necessarily putting him in situations where he could go back and really get crushed because behind an offensive line that was pretty average for the most part. But now you got a guy with Bradford who now has a year of experience, and now you have a guy like Josh McDaniels who has a lot of tricks in that bag, and he wants to go downfield. And I think that's something we're going to see out of this Rams offense.
You mentioned Danny Amendola. He was cut by the Cowboys. He's clearly a good find. They drafted Austin Pettis. Do you expect a big improvement going from 25th in receiving touchdowns last year?
I would think so. And I think the reason why is because there's a target that they've got, Rick, out of the University of Wisconsin by the name of Lance Kendricks. He was a second-round pick out of Wisconsin for the Rams, a tight end. Now, they drafted Robert Quinn, defensive lineman from North Carolina. But Lance Kendricks has been a guy who's gotten probably the most reps out of any player in that offense. They really like his size. He's about 6'4", runs about a 4.5. Huge target, terrific hands. He scored a touchdown in the first preseason game for the Rams against the Colts. And they really believe that if he gets in the open field, he's really too big to handle for a linebacker, not fast. And, he brings so much to the table right now. And, yes, he is a young player, but, again, it's sort of that McDaniels creativity, just, again, to try to open things up. Because there are no real burners, Donnie Avery was the only burner that they've had on this team. He's coming off of an ACL injury. So they're really trying to find ways of being creative. Of course, we have to mention Steven Jackson, the horse out of the backfield. You have to respect the running game, but when you have a chance to throw 8, 9 men in the box, you're going to have to open it up for Steven Jackson. And I really believe that you're going to hear the name Lance Kendricks out of Wisconsin. Came out of a running program at Wisconsin, but this kid can really catch the football. I think he's going to make a big difference.
Maurice, let's talk about the linebackers for a little bit. It seems like that is a very deep position for them, especially with Ben Lieber, Zach Dials, to name a few. Is that the most competitive position for not only a roster spot, but a starting job in this camp?
I don't think there's any question about it. There are a couple guys in camp right now that you really would like to see try to nail that spot down. I know Niall Diggs, was a guy who was here last year, but they were so inconsistent. If there's any consistency out of that defense, it's the man in the middle, and that's James Laurinaitis. This guy is really has a chance, Rick, to be one of the great linebackers in the National Football League. The Rams gave him the keys to that defense. This is his third year now in that defense, led the team in tackles over the last couple of years. He needs some help, and quite frankly, it was really a little scary to see what happened last week. Tennessee ran up 100. I know it's only preseason, but Tennessee only ran up about 198 yards of rushing. So they have some scary, there's some scary thoughts in that defense that could this defense regress if they don't get some linebacking help. They're hoping that Lieber, who was a solid veteran with Minnesota, can help. They brought in safety Quentin Michael from Philadelphia. They hope that he can come in and also help. On the run game from that safety spot. But there's no doubt that it's a very competitive spot, the linebacker position. I'm just right now waiting to see how this thing's going to shake out because they need some help around James Laurinaitis.
Lastly for you, Maurice, over under 7.5 wins for the Rams this year.
That's a good one. You know what? I'm going to say this, Rick. Last year, again, the Rams went 7-9 last year and almost made it. The reason why I'm going to go on the lower end is because of the NFC West. I mean, thank goodness for the NFC West, right? When you have the Niners, who you got Alex Smith coming back, that's probably messed. Seattle is still talking about possibly starting Charlie Whitehurst, even though I think Tavares Jackson will be the guy there. And Kevin Cobb may mean the difference of a couple wins in Arizona. But I got to think that right now that Sam Bradford right now is the best quarterback in the division. You don't have to necessarily win a lot of games in this division. If you beat the guys in this division, you're going to be okay. So I'm going to say for the Rams, I'm going to say 8-8. I'll say there'll be one game better, and I think it's going to be enough just because I think the rest of the division is going to be so bad.